Hello, gents. Welcome to today's video. Now, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Ever pondered what makes a woman stop and take notice when she crosses paths with a Sigma male? It's not just his enigmatic vibe or his lone wolf demeanor. Oh no, there's a whole lot more brewing beneath the surface. See, women have this innate sixth sense, call it intuition if you will, that kicks into gear the moment they meet someone new. They're like detectives sizing up a guy from the get-go, picking up on the tiniest hints that reveal volumes about him. Now, every woman's different, of course, but there are some universal things they tend to clock right off the bat about Sigma males. Here, I'll dish out 9 of those telltale signs. Now let's get started. Number 1. They are not overly eager to make an impression. One of the first things that catches a woman's eye about these Sigma fellas is that they're not out there breaking a sweat trying to win them over. You know the type, those dudes who put in so much effort just to make an impression. But not these Sigma guys. Nope, they're chill as cucumbers, totally comfortable in their own skin. They're not losing sleep over what women think of them, and they sure as heck aren't bending over backwards just to get noticed. It's like they've got this Zen vibe going on, leaving women scratching their heads wondering if they're playing hard to get or if this laid-back attitude is just their default setting. This lack of desperation? Well, it's a secret weapon. It sets them apart from the pack of guys who do just about anything to land a date. It's not about playing games or faking disinterest. It's about knowing their own worth and not feeling the need to prove it to anyone. It's a magnetic quality, one that doesn't beg for attention but effortlessly commands it. And let me tell you, this calm confidence, it's like a breath of fresh air in a world full of guys pulling out all the stops just to get noticed. So naturally, women start to wonder, what's the deal with these Sigma guys? Why don't they care about impressing anyone? It's like they've cracked the code to coolness, and it leaves everyone else scratching their heads. But hey, that air of mystery, it's part of what makes them so darn intriguing. And in a sea of desperate dudes clamoring for attention, standing out without even trying, now that's a skill worth noticing. At number 2, physical appearance alone does not suffice for them. All right, picture this. Most women out there are strutting their stuff, flaunting their beauty, hoping to knock a guy off his feet. They're thinking, yep, he's going to be intimidated by all this gorgeousness. And hey, most guys probably are. But here's the kicker. When it comes to Sigma males, that playbook might not work so well. See, these guys aren't just swooning over looks alone. Sure, a killer smile might catch their eye at first, but it's not going to keep them hanging around for long. Nope. What really reels them in is what's going on between the ears and in the heart. They're all about depth, sharp minds, lively personalities, and souls on fire. They dig women who own their confidence, who aren't just defined by their appearance. And let me tell you, ladies, they clock this right away. It's like a light bulb moment for them. Here they are, expecting the same old song and dance, where dudes are all about the surface level stuff. But nah, not these Sigma fellas. They're playing a different game, one where physical attraction is just one piece of the puzzle, not the whole darn thing. Now, don't get it twisted. They're not ignoring looks completely. I mean, who doesn't appreciate a good-looking partner, right? But for them, it's about the whole package. It's about sparking up those deep, thought-provoking conversations, feeling that chemistry sizzle, and knowing there's more to you than just a pretty face. So yeah, it might make you feel like you gotta bring your A game, but isn't that kind of thrilling? Knowing that you're not just another pretty face, but someone who can keep up with their intellect and passion. That's the kind of vibe these Sigma guys are all about. At number 3 on our list, they are not quick to offer compliments. All right, let's talk about compliments. Now, most women are used to guys doling out praise left, right, and center, especially if they're looking like a snack. So when a dude isn't tossing out compliments like candy at a parade, well, it's bound to catch some attention. Enter the Sigma male. These guys, they're not about that flattery overload life. Nope, they're more like the rare, vintage wine of compliments. They only dish 'em out when they truly mean it. None of that superficial stuff here. They're all about quality over quantity. Now for some gals, this might be a head-scratcher. Like, why isn't this guy singing my praises from the rooftops? Is he just being mysterious, or is he genuinely not impressed? It's like they're decoding a puzzle, trying to figure out what it takes to crack that compliment code. But hey, that's what makes those rare compliments from a Sigma dude so darn precious. They're like golden nuggets in a sea of flattery. While other guys might be tossing out compliments like confetti, these Sigma fellas are making them count. Before the next point, friends, take a moment and subscribe and join fellow like-minded Sigma males in the Gents Grove community. Your support is greatly appreciated. Now, let's get back to the video and continue our exploration. At number 4, they possess the ability to decipher underlying messages or intentions. All right, let's talk about the Sigma guys and their superpower, picking up on the little things. You know, those tiny details that most folks might just breeze right by. Yeah, these fellas, they've got their eyes peeled for them. Women, they clock this right off the bat. They see how these Sigma dudes are like human lie detectors, sussing out the unspoken vibes and subtle shifts in conversation. They're like Sherlock Holmes, but instead of solving crimes, they're unraveling the mysteries of human interaction. These guys, they're not just hearing the words, they're listening to the spaces in between. They're like Jedi Masters of communication, tuning into the emotions and thoughts that hide behind the surface chatter. And let me tell you, ladies, eat that stuff up. Now, here's the kicker. They're not just reading between the lines of the convo. They're also fluent in body language. Yep, they're like body language whisperers, picking up on all those subtle signals that most dudes wouldn't even notice if they smacked them in the face. And sure, you might think, big deal, right? But oh, honey, it makes all the difference. While other guys are stumbling around, clueless about what their lady friend is really thinking or feeling, these Sigma dudes are right there, picking up on every little nuance. Now, don't get me wrong, they're not perfect, but they've got a knack for understanding those SEL, social and emotional learning nuances that can really set them apart from the pack. So while other guys might be busy mansplaining or manspreading, these Sigma guys are quietly tuning in and winning hearts left and right. At number 5, they frequently possess a dry or sarcastic style of humor. Let's talk about humor, shall we? While some folks are all about the slapstick and the belly laughs, Sigma dudes, well, they're playing a different game. Picture this: dry wit, a touch of sarcasm, and a sprinkle of insight. That's their jam. See, their humor isn't about making a big song and dance. Nope. It's more like a stealth bomber sneaking up on you when you least expect it. It's those witty one-liners, those clever observations that catch you off guard and leave you nodding in agreement. And you know what? Women dig it. Sure, it might not have them rolling on the floor in hysterics, but it's like a breath of fresh air in a world full of knock-knock jokes and fart gags. It shows off their sharp minds and their knack for seeing things from a different angle. So yeah, while other guys might be busy pulling out all the stops to get a laugh, these Sigma fellas are just casually dropping truth bombs left and right. And you know what's even better? They're not even trying. It's just who they are, effortlessly leaving a lasting impression without breaking a sweat. Number 6, they are selective about whom they open up to. The art of sharing, or not sharing, as the case may be. You see, while most guys are like open books ready to spill their life story to anyone who so much as looks their way, Sigma dudes, well, they're a bit more like Fort Knox. Their personal life? It's like a treasure trove guarded with the utmost care. It's not about being shady or playing hard to get, it's just their way of doing things. They've got this invisible force field around them, only letting in those lucky few who've earned their trust. Now, I'm not saying they're being standoffish on purpose. It's just that they're selective about who gets a backstage pass to their world. And hey, can you blame them? In a world full of folks ready to spill your secrets like yesterday's news, it pays to be cautious. So yeah, while some guys are out there wearing their hearts on their sleeves, Sigma fellas are playing it cool. They're not in any rush to bare their soul to just anyone, no matter how dazzling she may be. And sure, it might leave some ladies scratching their heads, wondering what makes these guys tick. But hey, it's all part of the Sigma charm. And who knows? Maybe they've been burned in the past, or maybe they're just wired to take things slow. Either way, it adds an extra layer of mystery and intrigue to their already captivating persona. So go ahead, ladies, try cracking that Sigma code. Just know it might take a bit of patience and perseverance. Number 7. They maintain a quiet demeanor but are keenly observant. The stealthy Sigma males, masters of flying under the radar. Now don't be fooled, it's not because they've got nothing to say. Oh no, it's all about picking their moments like a seasoned sniper. Instead of hogging the spotlight, they're more like silent observers, soaking up every detail like a sponge. Now, this quiet demeanor, it's not a sign of disinterest or shyness, it's a strategic move. These guys are playing 3D chess while the rest of us are stuck on checkers. They're not in any rush to fill every silence with small talk. And let me tell you, that can make some folks squirm in their seats. Picture this. There's a lull in the conversation, and suddenly it feels like you're tiptoeing on thin ice. Sigma dudes have this uncanny ability to make people feel like they've got to break the silence, pronto. So what do? They start spilling the beans, sharing stuff they wouldn't normally say, just to fill the void. It's like they're flipping the script, turning the usual dynamic on its head. And let me tell you, for some ladies, that can be a real head-scratcher. They're used to being in control, calling the shots. But with a Sigma guy, well, it's like they're navigating uncharted waters. Sure, it might throw some folks off balance, but hey, isn't that the beauty of it? It's like they're handing you a new pair of glasses, showing you a different perspective on things. So yeah, while it might be a tad challenging for some, it's also an opportunity to shake things up and see the world in a whole new light. At number 8, they prioritize logic over emotions, the age-old battle between logic and emotion. While most folks expect a man to lead with his heart in personal interactions, Sigma dudes, well, they're flipping the script. See these guys? They've got their heads screwed on tight. They're all about prioritizing logic over feelings, and let me tell you, women take notice. Instead of getting swept up in the emotional whirlwind, they're the ones keeping their cool, calm, and collected demeanor. While others might be losing their heads, Sigma guys? They're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. They're carefully weighing every option, analyzing every angle before they even think about opening their mouths. And you know what? Women, they're here for it. They appreciate that logical approach, especially when the situation calls for clear-headed decision-making. Because let's face it, sometimes you need a level-headed dude to cut through all the noise and get down to business. Now, some folks might mistake this logical mindset for detachment or a lack of empathy. But nah, it's not about being cold-hearted. It's about being smart about your emotions. These Sigma fellas, they're not robots. They've got feelings too. They just know when and how to express them, making sure they don't cloud their judgment. So yeah, while they might seem like they're all about the brain and not so much about the heart, there's a deeper emotional intelligence at play here. It's like they've found the perfect balance between logic and emotion, making them not just smart but emotionally savvy too. Now that's what I call a winning combo, a winning. Number 9 on our list, low-key confidence picture. This. While others are out there flaunting their feathers like peacocks in mating season, Sigma males are chilling in the background, radiating a vibe that says, I'm cool, I'm confident, and I don't need to shout it from the rooftops. It's like they've got an invisible halo of self-assurance, quietly pulling people into their orbit without even trying. They're the James Bonds of the social scene, oozing charm without uttering a single word. So, while everyone else is busy trying to outshine each other, Sigma males are casually sipping their drinks, letting their authenticity do all the talking. And you know what? It works like a charm. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and join fellow like-minded gents. Your support means the world to us. Stay safe, gents.